Hello guys, welcome back. So in this today's session we are going to design the 2-bit asynchronous up down counter, right? So which counter we are going to design? We are going to design the 2-bit asynchronous up down counter. The other name for this one is the ripple counter. So now what is the meaning of the asynchronous counter? We will see what is the meaning of the up down count operation. So what is the meaning of up down counter means the same counter will perform the up operation as well as the down operation, right? So it will perform the both up operation as well as the down operation. So 2-bit means how many flip flop we require? We required the 2 flip flop. So as per the given question, which flip flop we need to use? We need to use the T flip flop for design. So it means that I'm going to take the 2 flip flops, right? So those are the T flip flop right? So let it be, this is the A flip flop, this will be B flip flop. So the name will be here TA, here TB, right? So output of the first flip flop is QA, then next flip flop output is the QA bar. So here what is the output value? QB, one more is the QB bar, right? So now we have to design something called as the asynchronous counter. So in asynchronous counter, right? So how the clock pulse will be applied? For the given flip flop, the clock pulse will be applied is the negative edge clock pulse. So first flip flop and second flip flop also we will be having the negative edge clock pulse, right? Now one more point to remember is that the first flip flop will be triggered by what? External clock pulse, right? So first flip flop will be triggered by external clock pulse. The remaining flip flop, nothing but the second flip flop will be clock pulse is the output of the first flip flop. What is the first flip flop output? Either it may be QA or it may be QA bar, right? Now question is that we have the two options, either we can connect the QA or we can connect the QA bar. Now try to understand that if somehow if we connect the output of QA to the next flip flop clock pulse, then it will perform something called as the up counting operation. Suppose for example here if you connect the QA bar to the clock pulse, then it is going to perform the down counting operation. Now my question is that at the same time I need to perform the up counting operation as well as the down counting operation. So in this case what we have to do means in between these two flip flop we require something called as the control mechanism, right? Because if we connect something like this, it will perform the up counting operation. If we connect something like this, it is going to perform the down counting operation. So for that what I am going to do is, so let me take one more time the same flip flops. There is a flip flop A, this one is the B. So if QA is connected, it is up count. If QA bar is connected, it is the down count, right? So for making the difference, but one more point to remember is if up count is performing, we cannot able to perform the down count. If down count is performing, we cannot able to perform the up counting operation. So for that we require something called as the control mechanism, right? So for that what I am going to do is just I am going to take the one multiplexer, that is nothing but the 2 to 1 multiplexer. So one will be connected to the QA, another one will be connected with QA bar. So QA means what is the value? Normal value 1, right? So QA bar means 0, right? 1 bar means equal to 0. If it is connected to 1, if it is connected to 0, it means that we have the two possibilities. Then how many selection lines? We have the 2:1 multiplexer, one selection line. So we will be getting the one output. It means that here if you observe here, for performing the both up counting down counting operation, here I am going to consider something called as the multiplexer operation. So what is the two inputs? One is 1, another one is a 0. Based on the 2 to 1 multiplexer means we will be having the single selection line. Now see that when QA is connected to this one, then output of this one is connected to this one. So at the time it will perform the up counting operation. For example, if you want to perform the down counting operation means, now what you have to do is we need to connect the QA bar. QA bar means 0, that should be connected to the output means you will be getting the down count value. So how up counting down counting will be depends upon means this selection line value. If selection line value x equal to 1 means it is going to perform the up counting operation. If selection line is 0 means this one will be activated so that it is going to performing the down counting operation. So this is the mandatory to design the 2-bit up down counter. So what is the meaning of up counting value? 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Once it is completed, it will return back to the initial position, right? So what is the meaning of down count? So largest number, then 0 1 0 0. Once it is completed, again it will return back to the initial position. So this is what we called as the 2-bit asynchronous up down counter. Now one more point, if the count wants to change from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, it has to perform the operation called as the toggle condition. So according to the given question, which flip-flop we are considering? We are considering the T flip-flop. In T flip-flop, which case we will be getting the toggle condition? When T equal to 1 only, we will be getting the toggle condition, so that your count will change from 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, 2 to 3, something like this. If no T equal to 1 means the count will not change from something like this. So for that, what you have to do is, so we need to connect TA equal to 1, TB equal to 1, so that only it will perform the counting operation. So remember that the first flip-flop is nothing but the external clock pulse. The output of the second flip-flop clock pulse is nothing but the output of the first flip-flop. If you want output only for up count, we are connecting the QA. If you want to count for only down count, we are going to take the QA bar. If you want to both up count as well as the down count in the single circuit, now we have something called as the control mechanism that can be implemented by what? 2 to 1 multiplexer, right? So this is the diagram for the 2-bit up down counter. So 2-bit means how many stages it is going to perform? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is also we called as the mod 4 up down counter or 2-bit up down counter in the form of the asynchronous or ripple operation using what? T flip flop. So once it is completed, now we will try to draw the timing diagram so that you will be understanding the operation of the 2-bit asynchronous counter. So to explain this operation, so first I have drawn the clock circuit. So this is the clock circuit, right? Clock is nothing but the zeros and ones, right? Now for example, see that what is happening here. When x equal to 1, it is going to perform the up counting operation. When x equal to 0 means it is going to perform the down counting operation. So for that, here we need to take the selection line also, right? Now for example, suppose for example, at this point of the time period, I am going to take the selection line. Once it means that the selection line value equal to 1. So it means that here up count will be activated, right? So the same clock pulse, to differentiate between up counting as well as the down counting, I am going to take the 0. Now what is the meaning of this one is, x equal to 0 means during this time period from here to here, it is going to perform the down counting operation, right? So one is for up counting operation, another one is the down counting operation. So after that, so if you want to find out, the first flip-flop will be triggered by what? External clock pulse. It means that we need to find the output of QA as well as the QA bar. So QA will be depends upon the, as well as QA bar also will be depends upon the external clock pulse, right? So which edge triggering mechanism we are using? We are using the negative edge mechanism. So first let me identify the negative edges for the clock pulse, right? So this is the clock pulse, these are the negative edges, right? So these are the negative edges. Now see that output of QA bar we need to find out, right? So here we have something at the output of the QA, then one more is the QA bar, right? Now if you observe here, see that. So at this point of the time period, what is the value of the output? It is 0. So after that, from here to here, so from here to here, what is the output value? The value is 1. So next pulse, it is 0, next one it is 1, up to where? From here to here it is 1, right? Now what is happening after that? It is 0, then 1, then again 0, then again 1, then again 0, then again 1, something like this. Now see that based on this negative edges, this is the starting point, this is the ending point. So if it is 1 means for the next clock pulse it will 0, 1, 0, something like this. So what is the value this one? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, something. It means that this portion I am going to consider, see if you observe here, this portion I am going to consider for the up to this location, I am going to consider for the up counting operation, the remaining I am going to consider for the down counting operation. Why down counting operation means, if you observe here, here x equal to 0, right? Here up to this one up count is activating, so this direction down counting is activated. Now what is the meaning of QA bar means? It is the just complement of the QA, right? It means that if it is 1 it should be 0, right? So just I am growing. So here it is 0 means what is the value here? 1, right? So now it will be something 0, now it will be 1, opposite of the QA. Now it will be 0, next it will be 1, next it will be 0, next it will be 1, then 0, then 1, then 0, right? Now there's a clock pulse or output of the QA bar is completed. Now if you want to find out the QB or QB bar, what is required, guys? The output of the QA bar is required to find out the QB, right? So positive edge means, sorry, for up counting we need to consider the QA, right? So what is the location of the up counting from here to here, it is the up count value, right? So for that, up count means which one we have to select? QA. It means that for QA we need to find out the negative edges, right? So once it is completed, so what is the next value? This one, right? So this is for what? X equal to 0. X is equal to 0 means it is going to performing the down count operation. Down count operation means which one we need to consider? The clock pulse is nothing but the QA bar. So this is nothing but the QA bar. So for QA bar we need to find out the negative edges. So what is the negative edge here? This is a C. From here to here it is the QA bar up count value. So this is the negative edge. This is one more negative edge. This is one more negative edge. Now based on this QA as well as the QA bar, we are going to find the output for the QB, right? So suppose if I want to find the QB, now see that where this up to this one, this is the positive edge, sorry, up count value, right? So see that here it is starting, right? So from here to here it will be some value. So initially it will be 0, from here to here it is 1. Now this is important, you need to remember. So this is what? This is X equal to 0 means this is for the what? This is for the down count value. Where the down count is starting? Down count is nothing but the QA bar. Remember, this is important. So here it is starting, right? So once here it is completed, it is 1 means what should be the next value? Next value should be 0 up to where? Starting of the negative edge only, right? So from here negative edge to this negative edge, this is one time period. So in this time period, if it is 0 means what should be the next value? It should be 1. After that, what should be the value? 0. From here to here, the value should be 0, next it should be 1. The simple point to remember is that if it is 1 means before starting the negative edge we need to consider the 0. After starting the negative edge, then if it is 0 previous value, next value will be something 1. Now we will see the operation. Now if you observe here, what is the QA value? Something 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, right? So just it is complement, so I am going to consider the QB value. So what is this value? 0, here also 0, here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 0, then 1, 1, 0, 0, something 1. Now just see, we have the two flip-flop, right? Just only I am considering the QA, QB. If you want to consider, you can consider the complement value also. It means that now see that what is the QA value here? 0, right? So just I am going to write. So what is the QB value? 0, right? So in the next clock pulse, what is this QA value? 1, QB value equal to 0. For next one, what is the QA value? 0, QB value equal to 1. So after that, what is the QA value? 1, 1, right? So after that, what is the value? QA value 0, QB value also 0, 0. After that, what is the QA value? 1, QB value 1. So it means 1, 1. So after that, what is the value we are getting? QA value equal to 0, QB value equal to 1. So if you observe here, see that count. What is happening? First it is counting the 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. After count is completed, we are getting something called as the, 0, 1, 2, 3. Here we are getting something 0, 0. See here. So first we are getting the 0, next one 1, 2. This one is right. So 0. So here I have done something mistake. 1. Then 2, then 1, 1 means 3, then 0, 0 means again it is written back to the initial position. So after that, what is happening? 1, 1 means 3, right? So 1, 0 means 2, right? It is going to make something called as the down counting operation. So let me write one more time so that you will understand easily. So what is the QA value? 0, QB value 0, right? So 0, 0. Next, what is the value you are getting? 1, 0. Next value is something 0, 1, right? So 0, 1. Next value is what? 1, 1. So I am writing the 1, 1. So after that, again what is the QA value? QB value 0, 0. After that, what is the value? Something 1, 1, right? So just 1, 1. Now what is the next value? 0, 1. So just writing the 0, 1. So after that, what is the value? 1, 0. After that, what is the value? 0, 0. Now see that. So what is the count? 0, 1, 2, 3. Again it is going to 0. So it means that it is going to perform the up counting operation. Now see that. What is the 1, 1 means? 3, 2, 1, 0. It means that it is going to perform the down count operation. So this is how we are going to design the 2-bit asynchronous up down counter. So this is the what you have to remember is multiplexer you have to remember. Then here you have to take x equal to 1 means it is going to perform the up count. The same here also, here only we need to consider the down count also. In exam point of view, what you have to do is, for example, mod 4 means you just take the 4 cycles. then you make it as x equal to 1 up to this one. So after this one you take one more 4 cycle, you make it get as the something x equal to 0, so that you will be getting the up count value as well as the down count value.